Sing for Your Soul is a series of workshops and coaching sessions designed by visionary vocalist and inspirational speaker Lauren Lane Powell, who believes if you can laugh, you can sing, and if you can sing, you can heal.
Think for a moment about why that feels so good. Why does laughter feel so wonderful? We are learning more and more about the healing benefits that laughter provides. The raising of the serotonin levels, the releasing of endorphins, the massaging of my inner organs. When I laugh, I feel better. Even in the midst of dire grief, when I can find something to be tickled about and laugh hysterically, even for those few seconds, it does indeed lift me up and out of my drama and trauma at the time. Now, imagine healing your body, receiving the same healing benefits that happen when we laugh every time you speak and sing. When we are infants, we are born to sing and speak and yell and scream perfectly. I have yet to hear an infant who gets hoarse. They know how to do it from the center part of their body. Because we are all born to speak, sing, and emote perfectly, think for a moment about why a lot of us have simply forgotten how. We have not heard yet. Children should be seen and not heard. Cut out that racket, you kids. Mine was, laughing loudly isn't ladylike. See how I've overcome that one? Everybody can sing beautifully and on key. But when I didn't feel comfortable with my source of expression, parts of my body did often break down. I developed pretty serious stress in my chest and shoulders. My throat was definitely affected. My digestion was affected. But once I remembered what felt the best in vocalizing, also not only sounded the best, but contributed to my healing, everything changed. I stopped getting sick completely, which is what has shown me that singing is so much more than just making music. It is incredibly healing. So in the Sing for Your Soul series, we go through the very bottom body basics to remind every body how to work in its original capacity, how to sing like we laugh, which only allows us to sing on key and beautifully every step of the way. And yes, every body can sing on key. As long as I'm using the muscles that I laugh from to speak and sing with, like I teach in my workshops and seminars, all of the breath comes from those muscles. My brain, my mental capacities, that ego voice goes out of the way, and I can then truly speak from my center. Now, I used to speak like most of us do with those throat muscles only. And you can definitely hear and, more importantly, feel the difference, can you not? That tone of voice colors everything we say. It's the difference between velvet and burlap. And with this throat-driven, edgy sound, I was pretty often accused of being angry. No, I'm not mad. Why? When I started instead to use the stomach muscles, sides and back, just like we do when we laugh, everything changes. Now I can speak more from those muscles way down below the diaphragm. The external obliques and intercostals are getting involved. The low back muscles are actually contracting as well. All the muscles in the waist are now in charge of pushing that air through the vocal cords perfectly with no restriction at all. It is that lack of restriction then that not only incorporates a free-flowing breath of air to make me physically feel better as I speak and sing. But it also somehow translates into feeling to my audience a lot more loving. This voice feels so much better for everyone concerned. So think now about how speaking from the laughter muscles and singing like we laugh can be healing. In the second part of my Sing for Your Soul workshop series, I have included a segment called Harmonies of Healing that goes way beyond just singing. When I was teaching privately, my students started healing way before I knew what was going on. One woman healed herself from asthma, and with the doctor's approval, of course, took herself off of asthma medication at all. Another friend of mine stayed with a relationship that was on the rocks, she said, because she found her voice and she was able to express herself in a much more present manner. Someone else healed from spastic dysphonia syndrome, in which the vocal cords tend to struggle and strain and kind of catch in here. And when I think about the reasons that someone like Mel Tillis can sing and still possibly stutters when he speaks, I've gotten an opportunity to work with many stutterers as well. And if they can sing with that fluid breath of air, they can then speak with that same fluid breath of air, and stuttering stops. It's amazing how many things started to heal just by singing, which is why Sing for Your Soul has now evolved beyond just vocalizing into using the very tones of the voice to heal body, mind, spirit, relationships, old toxic emotional wounds. It's amazing how using the tones of the voice can heal everything.